Really, guys, it is from 8th down into 5th, quick, back, and then blast your way through that corner. Peter. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Monza time, baby. The tifosi, the Ferrari, the sea of red at Monza this weekend is going to be spectacular. Italian home track, ladies and gentlemen, Ferrari home track. It's a fantastic atmosphere, isn't it? It really is. If you've never seen it before, well, you're in for a show this weekend. The tifosi, they go absolutely fucking crazy. And in a great way, they go crazy. It's so cool to see. And guys, before we get into it, and we're going to go on board here with a pole lap, all right? We're going to take you around the Monza track and show you where the important parts of the track are. We're going to go through some latest news. But before I get into it, I want to thank everybody who's listened to my podcast up to now. I have reached 10,000 downloads. Might sound a lot to some people, might sound very little to others. I don't know, but I don't give a fuck. I'm happy with it. Very, very happy. It's a very small percentage of podcasts that even get to this level. Doesn't mean I'm hugely popular, not at all. But, you know, it is hard to get a podcast off the ground, and I love you all guys for watching. If you watch on YouTube or you listen on Spotify, Apple, Google, I love you all. Thank you so much for listening, and I will continue to try and bring value to the podcast. I think that's a very, very important thing. I do go by a rule of mine that, Peter, be useful. Like, I say that pretty much every time I press record on a video on social media or even a podcast. You know, I want to bring some value to the table. So I hope I do, guys. And, you know, I just want to say that thank you all so much for listening. I love you all, and I will continue to try and bring as much value as I can. Okay, so let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, so Zandvoort last week. In fact, we're going to go into some news here, guys, all right, before we go on the onboard. Good result for Verstappen, you gotta say. Jeez. And I'm just looking at the news here, guys. I mean, I don't like this when I see this. Perez explains why he has been a step or two behind while adapting. You see, even I'm wondering, is this news article a lot of bollocks? Or Perez is actually getting convinced by his team that he's not quick enough and it's all his fault. It's total bollocks. Perez has won races this year. He's been on the podium this year. Okay, so him saying, like, do you think about what they're saying here? Perez explains why he's been a step or two behind while adapting driving style to developed RB19. If he didn't have the driving style perfected, he wouldn't have won races this year. You see where we see there's a bit of bullshit thrown in here? You know? Like, it looks like to me, the way the driving style of that Red Bull is, most times, guys, when you're breaking a straight... driving style number 1 and there's driving style number 2. They're pretty much, these are the main two anyway, okay? So driving style number 1, you break in a straight line, down the gears, as you're turning in, you get on the power at the apex, the middle of the corner, but you don't get on the power until you get to the apex, right? Once you get to the apex, power on through the corner and come out as fast as you can. Driving style number 2 is like when I used to race Formula 2000 in America. My Formula 2000 in America, you had to turn in with the throttle at the exact same time. So in other words, brake in a straight line, down the gears, and the moment you're turning in, and I mean literally the moment you turn the wheel, you have to be on the throttle. Now, it's a very, very weird thing to get used to. Take you a day or two to, you know, completely get sorted, right? Not even 2 days, maybe just the day, all right? But it's still a little bit weird when you start doing it first, because it's like, Jesus, what the fuck? I shouldn't be on the throttle. So that would be a driving style that it looks like the Red Bull has. Like, if you watch them on camera, it really does look like that they are turning in and getting the power on so quick. and the car is just generating grip. Now, let's say, which, by the way, first of all, this is a bullshit article, okay? I'm always saying Formula 1 is a really good website. It is, but I don't know where they got this article, honestly, because this is surprising. It's bullshit. He has his driving style. He knows the driving style of the car. He's not struggling. I'm not a Perez fan, and I'm standing up for him here. I'm not a Perez fan, so I'm not like, oh, Team Perez, let's go, baby, and making excuses for him. No, couldn't give a fuck. Couldn't give a fuck. It's total horseshit, guys. In fact, I'm not even going to read the news article because it's total bollocks. Jesus. Okay, what else is in here? So, Ricciardo, AlphaTauri confirmed Lawson will race at Monza, and until Ricciardo is ready to return to action. Yeah, the poor fella, he broke his wrist, didn't he? I mean, I can't see him back for at least 2 months. And then that's what are we in now? We're almost at the start of September, October. Okay, so he could be coming back for the last couple of races. But I mean, you can't be rushing something like this. There's no way you can rush something like this back to fitness now. Yes, he's fit. He's been plenty of time in the gym, which is great. It'll help him healing. Of course it will. It's still going to take 2 months because he's going to lose some strength now in his wrist, his hand. He's going to lose some strength here. So he's going to, even when it heals, he's going to have to take some time then to not only get over it, now he's going to take a little bit more time to get it back up to strength. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't see him coming back for 2 months anyway. That's for sure. But hey, let's see what we say. Let's see what happens, eh? Okay, so guys, let's have a look at the onboard, will we? So we're gonna go on with the Ferrari here. Now it's a great track, guys. We're gonna go through it, right? We'll go through one lap, and then we'll do more of an analysis breakdown after the first lap. But we'll talk through it as well at the same time. All right, here we go. Leclerc, right? So this is a very, very high speed track, ladies and gentlemen. Very high speed. They'll probably be doing, oh, you can see here 219, probably hit 220, maybe even a shade over, depending on their gearing, of course. Very, very fast track. It's a great track. Now, I've never been there myself, but it looks great. It's all about keeping the momentum up, right? It's all about really where you are on the exit of the corner. Now, in other words, I think you can get away with carrying speed going in. In other words, if you go a little slow going into the bend, but you gain it at the end of the corner, that's okay. Now, there's some tracks where you've got to carry all the speed in. You've got to keep the speed up all the way mid-corner at the end and coming out of the bend. So, like, you've got to keep the momentum up as all the way you go through. Whereas Monza, it doesn't actually matter really going into the bends. It's all about where you are on the exit. If you can get a 1 mile an hour above through the exit, that's where you'll gain some time. And, of course, you need to have very little downforce because, well, you've got long straights here. So, okay, here we go. We're on the main straight now, guys. He's in 8th, and he's going into a hard chicane, braking hard. So here he goes from 8th. Now he's going to get turned into 2nd gear, I would think here. He is, 2nd gear. So he's got to be a little careful on going through these curbs, all right? Just ride them ever so slightly and get out nice and smooth. So you can see, look, he just goes a little bit. Sorry, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see me. Spotify, Apple, I'll obviously talk through this here as well, all right? So he doesn't want to get on those curbs. Wait, they're big, steep curves. So just on the edge of the curbing here, that's okay. So there he is, nice and smooth. And he's going to get it all the way up to 8th now. Carry the speed, just nice and smooth, nice easy right, flat out. And then he's going to be braking hard. I think he's going to go to 3rd gear for this one, right? So 8th to 3rd. The exit of the corner here is very tricky because if you go even 1 fucking mile an hour too quick, you're on that steep fucking curb, and you can do some damage to your car here. So watch now. 8th to 3rd. Okay, he took that okay. Yeah. Took it alright. Nice smooth run out. Carry the speed in here now. Now it's not crucial, but it's still you need to carry the speed in here in this one. In 5th. That's it. Exit speed is good. Down into 5th. Now, this corner I honestly think is the most important on the track. Now, a lot of people would challenge me on that, and that's fine. Some people would say the last bend would be. I honestly think it's this one because you're carrying the speed out of this bend and you're gaining the momentum all the way down a downhill, and you're going into the chicane, which is bloody quick. And you also, from here, you're carrying all the speed down the hill into that chicane, and it still goes on all the way down the back. So really guys, you'd be treating this whole section as one. Okay? Like I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be looking at it in my own head saying, okay, this is the chicane now and then I've got a different straight. No, the whole area is one. You got to get the speed out of here, keep the momentum into that chicane, and blast your way down that back straight. Here we go. So obviously DRS over here now as well. I'm sorry, I forgot to include that. Not only do you have downhill too, keep momentum up, you got fucking DRS too. There he goes, he'd be down to 5th gear, maybe 4th, 5th, yeah. See the way now we're just going to go back for this one here, guys, right? So you see, these chicanes, they're fucking quick. Now he's down into 5th, keeping the speed, and he's flat out coming out of that bend there. So really guys, it is from 8th down into 5th, quick, back, and then blast your way through that corner. Really guys, it is from 8th down into 5th, quick, back, and then blast your way through that corner. And he's got this big fucking long straight all the way down the back. That's it, just keep it up, that's it. Nice. That was a nice one from him there now. Very nice. So that's Monza, guys. It's not the most challenging of tracks, obviously. It's a great track, though. It is. I think it's awesome. I'd love to have raced there. I never did. But it's always tifosi, the Italians, Ferrari. Unbelievable. So, guys, that's the track. I think this weekend you're going to be looking at predictions. Okay, let's do predictions. An engine speed is going to be very, very important this weekend. A good balance on the car? Yes. Engine speed is the #1 asset to have on the car this weekend, though. Alright, because you can still get a fair amount of mechanical or aerodynamic grip balanced well enough for you, because you don't need that much around this track. Really what they will be working on is the mechanical grip, because what they'll ideally like to do is maximize as much as mechanical as they have, so then they can play around with little or more wing, downforce, aerodynamic grip. So it's all about really setting the car up with mechanical grip. There'll be a lot of camber on the cars as well. I think they're going to be very focused, I hope, on getting out of those corners quick. Good exit speeds. Very, very important in Monza. Okay, who are we going to pick, lads? Who are we going to pick? Oh, Jesus. I would love to say Ferrari, but, man, they're struggling, aren't they? Jesus Christ, man. They are fucking struggling. You'd have to give it to Verstappen, wouldn't you? 9 races in a row, by the way, guys. I forgot to say that to you. 9 races in a row. He's matched Vettel's record. He gets one more, and it's another record for him. Fantastic achievement. 9 wins. To win 9 races in a row, that's hard. In any motorsport. Karting, Formula Ford, Formula 2, 3, 1. It's hard. It's fucking hard. So, you know what? I'd like to see him do it actually this weekend, Verstappen. Why not? It'd be nice to see somebody has a new record on the books. I think you'll have Verstappen up there. Hard to know what they're going to do with. What's his name? With Perez, huh? Jesus Christ. So I'm not even gonna select Perez this one. I think you're gonna have Verstappen on pole. I think we're gonna have the McLarens up there. McLarens are good. McLarens are good. It's going to be interesting to see how their engine power is, though. It was good at Silverstone, but Silverstone is more of just a high-speed track. You know? This will open up the books now and see how good the engines are in these cars. Monza is the perfect test for that. I think you'll have Lando Norris up there. I'm going to go with Norris off pole. I'm going to go with Piastri on third. I can't even believe I'm talking about McLaren. I mean, Jesus. What a comeback for them. What an unbelievable comeback. Incredible. Great to see. Great to see for McLaren fans, the drivers, Norris fans, Piastri fans. Great to see. I think you'll have those three on pole. 1, 2 and 3. So Verstappen pole. Norris second. Piastri third. That's what I'm going to go with today. And for the race win, you know what? I'm going to go Verstappen for the win. I'm going to go Piastri for second. And Norris in third. Don't ask me why I'm choosing Piastri over Norris. There's nothing that I'm not telling you. There's no sort of insider information I have here. No, I just have this feeling that he's going to have a really good race this weekend. So, that's my predictions. Verstappen for the win. Piastri second. Norris in third. So guys, I think we'll leave it there today. Yeah, I think we are. So we've done the onboard. We've checked out everything. Hope you enjoy Monza, guys. Check it out, definitely. It is really, really good. And I'll talk to you again on Sunday night, guys. After the race, I'll have a breakdown of qualifying and race. 2 separate podcast episodes. And they'll be coming on Sunday night. Cheers, guys.